What's going on, good folk? Sim Zimmer, UK here. And As I said before, I'd return again for part two of my Nintendo analysis. Where did I leave off from? But yeah, Obviously, Nintendo are in a precarious situation right now. Again, this year is going to be very interesting for them. I think towards the end of the year, they'll be able to assess how it's going. I don't think we're going to see exactly how far it will do and how well it's going to do, judging by the end of this year. Uh, Come end of 2014, when it is in direct competition with the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, that towards the end, that is the time that we can actually see how it's doing. And if it underperforms, even with its big heavyweights that are coming soon, the Super Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, Bayonetta, if they don't push those sales for the Nintendo Wii, I mean, if they don't even dent, then yeah, then we would have to review where Nintendo is right now. And I think, as well as its handheld division is absolutely, doing well, the 3DS is climbing. Um, that alone can't really, stand on top, against, the larger consoles because depending upon, how much they go at, people will cling normally to the consoles and they'll probably spend more money. Saying that, I've got a feeling that Nintendo will do good. I've got a feeling that Nintendo, they usually got a few aces up their sleeves, and to be honest, we've yet to see anything of their lineup of games. I mean, we don't even know. We've got ports. We've had ports, and it's not even near a clear indication of what the system's about. None. And for those of you that are saying, "Oh, well, the Batman here, that was there, that's the big definition." It's not. I mean, Pikmin 3 came out, and although it demonstrates as a good, strong majority of its tech, it's not the end all. I would say, I think when we got to see maybe Mario Kart, I think that's when we can actually say, well, we're in the middle ground here in terms of the graphics performance. Um, but PlayStation 3 were exactly in this situation, and probably even a bit worse. Um, Now, again, I think with third parties, as far as they're concerned, let me say in terms of, I think with Nintendo, I think where they're at now, and obviously things are a bit shaky ground, but where they hope to be, obviously, I think next year will be good. I think next year will be fine. What was I going to say? Although E3 is so far out of the way, and I don't want to even say da da da, and it's about here and now. And gamers want games right there. I think, yeah, I mean, Nintendo are trying to plan strategically the games when they should release it, because if they release them all in one go, they won't have anything to fall on come towards the beginning of next year. So I think again they will go to counting on a few third-party developers to kind of feed in between the gaps. But since that isn't the case, and it's left on their shoulders to really shoulder the majority of it, yeah, I think next year we will see a definite push, a definite push. I guarantee, I promise you right now. I'll even quote you on this. But yeah, what was I saying? But yeah, as far as games is concerned, and people are saying obviously Nintendo should release the new IPs, and I know Miyamoto has got a new game in line. I actually think Nintendo should go back to their catalog from the NES era, the Nintendo Entertainment System. And do you remember we had a galore of games that were came out and not heard of? Do you remember the rumor we heard about Star Tropics, and that supposedly Retro Studios was developing that for the Nintendo Wii U, and we turned out that wasn't, and that they actually are developing the Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which I can't wait. I'm looking forward to that. Um, I actually think you should maybe hop back on that bandwagon. Do you know what I mean? Star Tropics is it piqued my interest again, and I think if we can generate some interest, I think they should return back to at least releasing and galvanizing those key franchises back in those era and bringing them. into the now. That would be great. I think if they head in that direction, at least they don't necessarily have to pick or struggle with IPs. If they do, again, like Nintendo can really go back from the beginning and look at what they can bring now onto the plate. I think was it Hogan's Valley, if I'm mistaken. Was it? I think it was a Western shoot 'em up. I think on the NES. I can't remember. Quote me on that. I don't know. Um, but Kung Fu Master. I don't think that was strictly a NES, but or a Nintendo product. Um, but yeah, I would love to see some games right now that will kind of bring it into the forefront. What would be like to what would you expect to see? So yeah, he is hoping that Nintendo can really do that and integrate that with the Miiverse. Um, so yeah, we'll see how that floats. Oh, and by the way, yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. Oh, third-party developers. That's what I was going to talk about. Yeah, they need to really, really, really. I understand for them, it costs money, and again, I think a lot of the investments. Well, I know a lot of the investments are going into the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, and again, it's going to eat up a lot of money. And so, of course, what will happen essentially is that for them, the risk factors, if that title does fails, if it doesn't do well at all, then again, Nintendo is probably the Wii U is the system that they'll probably go back to. That's my thinking. I actually think that obviously a lot of the third party. I think a lot of the third parties, a few of them, will pull out and will bring one or two of those titles from the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One to the Nintendo Wii U. I've got a hunch about this. I can't tell you which ones, but I would think I've got a sneaky suspicion. Um, I think it will just be down to which studio and what would be the best. But I think if Nintendo can generate a good amount of sales with its Wii U, then yeah, I think those third-party titles, third-party developers, they will return back and would consider bringing those games that we wanted to see along. Um, I mean, Ubisoft, fair credit to them. They've been one of the few third parties that have stuck with the Nintendo Wii U. So, you know, Splinter Cell, Assassin's Creed 4, I want to get those. I'll hopefully get those. I will do. We need to really, really show some support. I mean, it's bad about the offline play, but still, I think still, if we can show them at least that we are interested, at least, then I think that would do well. Because at the moment, right now, it's very hard to sort of look towards which other developer. A lot of Japanese developers they are abroad dominant in the Wii U, but the Western developers they're the ones that need convincing. And a lot of them have hopped upon the Xbox One, PlayStation 4. So it's really up to us to kind of really bring that home. But anyway, that's really it. Really, with that. Really. I'm just going off the cuff. There was no real planning with this really, but I just wanted to follow on from what I mentioned in the previous video. I will be discussing something else in another video, which is un-game related. So please keep watch for that. And if possible, please give your support. I'm an artist, trying to make ends meet. And again, like I said, some of you probably might have seen the link in my description, but obviously, when on my next video, I'll probably go a little bit more into detail with that. And it'd be great to get your support. But yeah, as far as that is concerned, Nintendo, you know, Nintendo aren't going anywhere. I think people are very misconstrued. They're fine, and they're going to be here for a long time to come. I think I've got some hunches upon what I believe we'll see from future Nintendo um, hardware. But again, this is speculation. This is rumors. So please don't take this by gospel truth. But yeah. But anyway, guys, as always, a pleasure. Thanks for hanging out with me. Yeah, you take care, and I will catch you soon. Peace.